With this release, we are bringing interactive labels into Hoyloo plans. So, similar to our agile planning boards, you can use interactive labels to move tasks between swim lanes. You can use them to quickly move elements that are on the whiteboard into a swim lane. And we also highlight if we think there is a swim lane that matches the current labels. So we basically highlight those conflicts and give you options to resolve them. And as a bonus, we also have a much larger labels editor, so it's much easier to read now. So let's jump right into it. So what we've shipped in one of our previous releases already is the option to show a swim lane label. So you can turn them on and off. Here, nothing really happens at this point because we don't have labels set for the swim lanes yet. So you can do that here by going to the label and seeing where it says name. And then if you'd like to add the label, either you can type it in, or if you want to, you can also quickly copy it over. And because we might want to use different area names here, what I will do is call this area 1 and copy that over as well and hit update. And what you can see now is that all of the tasks here within this swim lane now have the area 1 label. So if I come up here now and say there is a new task that I would like to move in, so that's maybe a request for info. I can now say, please add area 1, and it will show the little error. I can click that. And by default, it will pick today's date and then place it into that. So it's a very quick way to send information into the plan. And area 1 was something that was a part of those tasks because we imported them and we had label fields selected as well. So if there is a matching label, we will basically just highlight it. But there's a couple that do belong in other areas. So what I can do here is that I can create an additional swim lane. And then if I add another label for that, you can see that all of a sudden, the ones that are in the wrong swim lane show up. Then I can now either click on the conflict and say, okay, area 2 is correct. Please move it to the other swim lane. So that's an option. Or I can also multi-select and then just use the label editor to move them into area 2 as well. So if I've missed anything, they would be nicely highlighted. So let's say I activate area 3. Yep. And then I'll move those over there. So that's a quick way to distribute tasks into swim lanes. And if you've ever wanted to distribute, let's say, a huge batch of imported tasks, if you set up the corresponding swim lanes now with the corresponding labels, you can do that very quickly. Of course, you can still use this to move any tasks around. They don't have to be imported ones. So if I create a new one for an electrician task, if I drop it here, the swim lane has become available and can quickly be moved between different areas. It will also automatically always stay on the correct and same day as well. This also works for tasks that, for example, have already been committed. So that's a way to maybe bring them up to a priority lane if there's a problem with those. So yeah, there's a couple of options on how to use them within the plan. So there you go. There's a couple of ways to use interactive labels within your plan. Hopefully this is a helpful update. We're definitely excited to continue working on features around interactive labels in pull plans.